Hey, it's Keith with Yarborough & Sons, and I am the production and quality manager. And one of my jobs on every new install, I go and do what we call a quality check. And so that it consists of firing off the unit and the heating and the cooling and just making sure that everything was done up to our standards. Let's get at it. Okay, so first thing I like to do is I like to start off just introduce myself and talking to the customer. See how the job went, make sure that everything went well, see if there's any issues that they've already noticed that I need to address. I try to address all those issues and any that I see on site so we don't have to come back. But there's always some times where things need to get parts or certain things need to be done, so we will come back to that. But right after that, I explain to the customer that usually our QCs take about 40 minutes if all goes well. Like on this one, I'm going to start off by firing off in the cooling, and we're going to check out all the cooling on it, and then we're going to fire off the heating and check it in heating. And so as you can see, this is not like what most people would see in their normal house. This is what we call a package unit. Most houses have split systems. You can actually see the neighbors have condensers right there, which would be part of a split system. So this is kind of a unique one. Usually we find more of package units on commercial buildings. So on this one, I will not be checking the pressures because they usually come factory charged to be spot on. So unless I see a problem with my probes that I'm wondering, I'm not going to be hooking up to those pressure ports because there's not a real point. And so we'll just go through it, and we're going to check the cooling, and then we'll move on to heating. Cooling looked pretty good for what we have. We have a 39-degree day, so not the best time to be checking in cooling. But overall, we got a okay load on the house, and so our BTUs are looking pretty good. We're at a 24,000 BTU unit, and we're running about 25,000, above 25,000, which, you know, we don't have any load out here, so we should be doing pretty good on that end. So all in all, cooling looks pretty good. Only issue that I would say is static pressure is a little high, but nothing that I'd be worried about. We usually like to look at it about a 0.5, and we're at a 0.7, so we're a little bit high on that, but that's to be expected with the old ductwork. You know, it's not exactly the easiest place. Actually, one of our reasons that it's high is because we only have one return, and it's a 12 by 24, so that's kind of undersized. So not too much we can do on that, and it's still within a range that I'm satisfied with, so we're not going to really look at anything like that. But now let's get on to looking at the heat. You go one way, then you go the other way. Every time. Come on. rise, rise. A little bit more, a little bit more. All right, just a tad more. There we go. We should be good. All right, there we go. Heat looks good, so I guess we'll button her up and we'll go from there. Hey, 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 how are you? Yeah, yeah, come here. All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, we got our pictures we needed. We got our temperatures and all that measured, and we adjusted that gas pressure a little bit just so we could get it dialed in. But overall, everything looked good. We make sure all the wires were solidly connected and everything looked pretty good, besides the static pressure being a little bit off. But that's, you know, that's going to be common with older ductwork and not having the right size. That's not something I would necessarily worry about on this situation. Like I said, it's still within close to a range that we would like it to be. But overall, I went and talked to the homeowner and let them know what's kind of going on and any kind of options, and talk to them about memberships. So we like to always press memberships. They're a great tool for everybody. That way we can make sure their unit is just as efficient as possible and is getting the maintenance that needs to be done to keep it running for a long time.